Let's play that clip, though. This is Donald Trump meeting with Yazidis in the White House. Now, understand, the Yazidis were, during the Obama years, were under siege by ISIS. They apparently, their struggles did not end with ISIS, but the Trump administration brought them in to praise Donald Trump for getting rid of ISIS. It didn't quite work out in the way that Donald Trump wanted it to. And if you want to see an example of a human being who cannot be moved emotionally, who's so detached from other human beings that they cannot be moved by literally anything that doesn't directly involve them, watch this clip. It is stunning. I mean, if you combine this clip, well, watch this clip.
Vice President, he helped us a lot, but now today you can't solve our problem. Now there's no ISIS, but we cannot go back because Kurdish government and the Iraqi government, they are fighting each other who will control my area. And we cannot go back if we cannot protect our dignity, our family. We get a lot of support from President Macron. He put a lot of pressure in Iraqi and Kurdistan government to help minorities, Yazidi, to stay in their home, but we still continue to immigrate to find a safe place to live. I hope you can call or anything to Iraqi and Kurdistan government to.
But ISIS is gone.
But if I
but now it's Kurdish and who?
Iraqi government. If I cannot go to my home and live in a safe place and get my dignity back, this it's not about ISIS. It's about I'm in dangerous. My people cannot go back. We are not million of people. We are only 500,000 people. And after 2014, about 95,000 Yazidi, they immigrate to Germany through a very dangerous way. Not because we want to be a refugees, but we cannot find a safe place to live. All this happened to me. They killed my mom, my 6th brother. They left behind them.
Where are they now?
They killed them. They are in the mass graves in Sinjar. And I'm still fighting just to live in safe. Please do something, and it's not about one family.
I know the area very well you're talking about.
It's about 500,000. It's about the whole community.
Okay, we're going to look into it very
Thank you
strongly.
so much.
Thank you.
Mr. President.
And you had the Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
But
they gave it to you for what reason? You can explain.
For what reason? For that after all this happened to me, I didn't give up. I make it clear to everyone that ISIS raped thousands of Yazidi women. This one was first time the woman from Iraq, she get out and spoke about that happened to them.
Oh, really? Is that right?
It's
That's the first time.
And it's.
So you escaped?
I escaped, but I don't have my freedom yet because you didn't see any ISIS in court. ISIS are, we don't know if they killed everyone, if they are in jail, but we know we have 3,000 Yazidi women and children, including my niece, my nephew, my sister-in-law. 3 years ago, she called us. She said, I'm in Syria, and now we didn't know anything about it.
Let me look. We're going to look. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Right?
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, that's... I think what is so... Frankly, there's a fair amount of sociopaths, I would assume, in political space, but it's like the inability to even like
pretend,
have the understanding that this is the time, especially frankly because I hate that I would even have to like go this cynically here, but it's like the Yazidis were facing genocide. That's absolutely true, and part of the reason they mobilized some support amongst people who typically absolutely don't care about the well-being of anybody in the Middle East is because they're Christian. So it's like there's a lot of reasons for him to pretend to care about this woman. And he just, no. I mean, the only thing he's kind of interested in is like, you have a Nobel Prize. That's prestigious. That's like Obama.
I want one of those.
Yes. It's oh Jesus, man. Wow.
I don't. They're not Christian Yazidis. There's some similarity, but they're Yazidis. I don't believe they're Christian, but nevertheless, they.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Right.
The inability. It's like he's like a sociopath who has also grown up in a closet. Like literally was not allowed to go outside because he obviously does not care about these people at all. He can't even pretend to care. He doesn't even know how you would act if you did care. All he cared about was the Nobel Prize. I know the area very well. Who is it between the Kurdish and the who? I don't think he had even a clue as to where. If you take those three clips of this week, Mike Pence overseeing the cage full of human beings, Donald Trump prancing around on stage as his minions cheer, send her back. And that last one, which is supposed to be the one that shows that he cares about people who are not white, right? That's why they brought those people in there. It's of course it's meant for his supporters to remind them that they're not really racist. That's the idea there.
Right.
And it's stunning. And the thing is that it will not make a difference. You could show that video clip, I think, to everyone in the country, and it would not make a difference in terms of where people are dispositionally about Donald Trump.
Do you think in the future that those sort of sensitivity perceptions are completely blown out and can't be brought back in with like subtlety, or does it just not matter?
I just don't think that people, it gets back to the call that reminded us to play that clip. This is a mobilization election. It's a mobilization society. That's basically it. And frankly, it's been like this for several decades, at least. I think in FUBAR, when we were writing about conservatives 10, 12 years ago, I mean, I would describe these people as the conservative movement as, being like they're in Masada. You know, the story of Masada was it was like the Alamo for a group of Hebrews. And they were under siege for an extended period of time. They eventually, I think they all, they may have committed suicide, or they were, because they had basically were cut off from food. But this idea that they're under siege, this mentality of conservatives, they're under siege from 15 years ago. It was from gays. They're under siege from women. They're under siege from black people. They're under siege from brown people. They're under siege from, feminazis and the liberals. Their way of life is constantly threatened, and they are mobilized, which is why they have done traditionally much better in off-year elections. And the left this is a mobilization election. You can do both, mobilize and persuade, but there is got to be an emphasis, because the fact of the matter is we have a very polarized country. And like I say, I mean, I don't think, subtlety is going to make a material difference.